latecomers, those IPOB Nigeria. Here you are seeing the luxurious buses that has been ferrying us, that is taking Biafra from our hotel to the venue. Those of you that have come very late.
Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, whom they accuse of something, they are holding him for something, is our leader. And we are here doing exactly the same thing that Simon Ekpa is doing. We are not committing any crime.
Yes, yes.
We are defending ourselves.
You are demonstrating. So when was this demonstration agreed or decided?
It was decided by Biafrans.
Yes,
and
but
we are
when?
I mean, anytime we have been discussing that, but that is a part of what we Biafrans decided. So we decided we have to do it today. Yeah. We were granted permission to do that by the Finland police because they know we are doing the right thing, and that is why we are here.
Yes. Maybe ask you, what is your name, please?
Okay, my name is Dr. Ngozi Orobweze.
Your title.
COS of Biafra. My name is Dr. Ngozi, Ngozi, and the last name is Orabuzeze. And I am the Chief of Staff for the United States of Biafra.
Yes.
I'm fine. Okay.
So what is the next step? Did you already declare it?
Yes. We declared our independence on the 29th of November 2024.
Yes.
In Latin here, that's what we did. Yes. Because Finland has been supporting Biafra for a long time. During the 1967 to 1970 war, Finland was part of the government that fed the Biafran children that were killed by the Nigerian government. So we have a very good relationship with Finland. That is why we are here.
Finland! God bless Finland! God bless Finland! God bless Finland! God bless Finland!
What are the next steps for Biafra now?
So the next step for Biafra is the establishment of all the paperwork, all the charters we need to get the final recognition from different parts of the world. Already we have a couple of countries that have officially recognized the United States of Biafra.
What are those countries?
The Eritrean government in exile, Eritrea, the Ambazonia government, and a couple of congressmen from the United States of America. Yes, they approved the Biafra.
Yes, good. And what countries are people from in this demonstration? Where do people come from?
Okay, people, everyone, people come from all parts of the world.
All continents.
I'm from Germany. No. Allow her to speak.
People from Europe, we have people from America, I am from America, we have people from Asia, we have people from Africa, we have people from Biafra territory, we have people from Nigeria that are witnessing what we're doing. And Nigeria is going to be, we're going to extend a friendly relationship, friendly hand of relationship with them. So these are people from all over the world, but they are Biafrans or supporters of Biafra. Parading this government or using this government as a backing to commit your atrocities. If you do not support this United States of Biafra under my leadership, as Obatobie has said it, you need to stop using our logo. You need to go form your own government. You need to stop parading yourself as a state or as a member of United States of Biafra. That is the freedom you have. but you do not have the freedom to use our logo, use our name, use our people, use our Twitter handles to go and parade lies that will bring division in this government. This United States of Biafra is fully intact. It's only one country that we have. Those of you that do not believe in that, you are free to leave. You are free to go. But make sure you're not using anything that is bearing our Prime Minister's name or anything that our Prime Minister has established. Be sure you are not using that. That is what I'm telling you. Be sure you are not using any Twitter handle that our Prime Minister is aware of. Any name, any logo that belongs to the United States of Biafra, to the Biafra Republic government in exile, to the de facto government. Make sure you are not using that. You are free and you have the power and you have the right to walk away. But anywhere we get you using anything that belongs to the United States of Biafra or Briggy or de facto, Biafrans are going to come after you. For our defense, the only authorized arm for the United States of Biafra defense at this time is the Department of Defense headed by our own Solomon Nkwocha and the Deputy Onyami. And then we have the people on ground. We have our angels that are doing the needful, that are working closely with the United States of Biafra defense team. If you know you are a defense team for the United States of Biafra, you must align yourself, with the Biafra Defense Department headed by Solomon Nkwocha. If you're not doing that, then you are on your own. Again, the state administrators, the 40 state administrators, please be on the lookout for all those infiltrators in your states. And do not hesitate to bring it to the attention of the government. Any individual or group that uses the name of this government in any meeting, in any form, anywhere. We will continue to expand our angels guarding our land against the reintegrated terrorists sent by the Nigerian President Tinubu, Hope Uzodinma Soludo and co. They know they do not have any right to assemble terrorists in uniform in our land and label them security. We are a nation with all the criteria met, so any terrorists in Nigeria, army and police uniform or security in our territory, they need to know they are occupying a foreign land and they need to leave. We must protect our land against foreign invaders. Like I said, our defense department will continue to expand and fortify the angels that are protecting our land in the 40 states.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. The zoo has fallen. I'm sorry. I broke down. The zoo has fallen. And today, the cries of the Biafra people will be heard all over the world. I want Biafra people to understand that your cry will be heard all over the world from this day. And we must maintain our stand.
Fellow Biafrans, I hereby mention the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. Aba State, Adoka State, Apema Igoromigodo, Ahoda, Abakip Oro, Alansa, Aludo, Anyama, Branem, Calabar, Ebonyi, Ebube, Edo, Eda, Enugu, Epie, Esan Igoromigodo, Ezani, Iden Igoromigodo, Idun Ibon, Igala State, Ibani State, Ika State, Ikemba State, Ikom State, Ipunisia State, Idayanan, Iwere State, Iwuroha State, Odumegu State, Obuya State, Ogoja State, Ohabuenyi State, Ohuku State, Okibwe State, Omembala State, Olu State, Owerri State, Kwa State, South Atlantic State, Uroba second state. Welcome to the 40th state of the United States of Biafra.
The United States of Biafra and the Eritrean government have agreed to the following: recognition and mutual respect. The parties shall recognize each other as legitimate representatives of their respective people. The parties shall respect each other's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political independence. Cooperation and solidarity. The parties shall cooperate in the areas of diplomacy and international relations, security and defense, economic development and trade, education, science and technology, culture and social affairs. The parties shall support each other's efforts to achieve their respective national aspirations. The parties shall consult and coordinate on matters of mutual respect and mutual interest. The parties shall provide mutual support to each other, including diplomatic recognition and support.
I think with this signature, as you can understand, this makes it official between the National Representative Council of Eritrea, which is the government in exile, including that with the Biafra, the Republic Biafran government in exile. In order to make it real.
Well, it is no longer news that Simon Ekpa was arrested by the Finnish government, a country that he is a citizen of, naturalized citizen of. Simon Ekpa, prior to this, was a Nigerian. In fact, he had a Nigerian passport. Not until he decided to do away with the Nigerian government and being a citizen of Nigeria, he said he is now a Biafra. The new information that emerged about the current situation of Simon Ekpa, the leader of the proscribed militant group, as it is called, a group that is connected to the indigenous people of Biafra. I say connected because of what we are getting from the other side. I'm talking about the IPOB that is more loyal to the man who is still in the custody of the Nigerian government. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu. He was extraordinarily rendited. He was brought into Nigeria through Kenya, where Nnamdi Kanu had gone to meet, according to what we heard, meet with a woman who was going to sponsor IPOB. That is what we heard about that woman and the money that was supposed to be used as a form of sponsoring or to sponsor. We've not heard anything about that. Of course, it was just a plot. It was a game plan to draw Nnamdi Kanu in. They looked for the kind of woman that they believe Nnamdi Kanu will like, and then a lot of money. They knew that these two will then get the interest of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu met with this woman without security. In fact, Nnamdi Kanu traveled without security, without anyone in Kenya, in a soil, in a country, in a nation where he should have known that something like that could happen. But then he never probably thought about it. So let us find that aside. The reason I brought that up is because Imma Powerful, the younger brother of Nnamdi Kanu, is saying that Simon Ekpa does not belong to them. They have no business with Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB, and whatever Simon Ekpa does, the announcement, the proclamation, the declaration, has got nothing to do with IPOB and with what they stand for. Simon Ekpa is facing alleged charges that surrounds terrorism activities, according to the Finnish government. Simon Ekpa was grabbed and thrown into prison to face the court next year. The prison is called the Kilmakoski prison. That is where Simon Ekpa is being kept, pending when his case will be looked into. It happened as a shock to a lot of Biafrans who believed strongly that foreign countries or Europeans are going to help them. They are going to support them in emancipating them or joining them in solidarity to break themselves off from Nigeria. But with the arrest of Simon Ekpa, it seems the confusion amongst them and the shock of it is something that they cannot get over anytime soon. The secretary to the Biafran government in exile, you've heard her speak. She talked at length about people who are not in support of them. Because I told you guys, and I read comments, people were like, oh, what are you talking? What do you know? I said, if you do what we do, you would have seen a lot and you will understand human nature. We've seen it and we are still saying it. Everyone is learning anyway. The thing is this, I said there will be splinter groups. There will be splinter groups. We will have other people come up claiming that they have ideas. They do understand how money goes in and out when struggles like this come up. So there will be other splinter groups. There will be other people coming up saying, I have a better idea. I can press, I can push, I can do more. But that person is not going to come with a fight. It will be more of a Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the leader. Simon Ekpa is the prime. And this person will present themselves, making you believe that they are not trying to forget about Simon Ekpa and they are not trying to forget about Nnamdi Kanu. This person will pick a front. This person will look for a kind of divide and conquer later. And then you will be where you are. And this person will make name and fame, will become the key, the tool, the driver of it. She said it has been declared. This same thing happened in the Yoruba Nation thing. It's not something that is new to us. We've seen different movements and groups. We've seen different things that have happened over time. It's the same thing. There is this lady that said she's one of the wives of MK Abiola. She talked about this declaration, reclamation, and she did a lot. And it became like an opposition. Oh, we have Sunday Igboho. Oh, we have them Professor Akintoye. We have this, we have that. All of a sudden, it became a big, big mess. Here, she has declared, and we've seen people who are in the diaspora who have come along. But don't forget that we have people who believe that Nnamdi Kanu the issue surrounding Nnamdi Kanu's arrest must be dealt with in a kind of they need to put in a softer, subtle way of pampering the government of Nigeria so that Nnamdi Kanu will be set free. They believe that the activities of Simon Ekpa will not allow Nnamdi Kanu to come out. And they understand it. They know that if Nnamdi Kanu stays in there, Simon Ekpa will grow big. And Simon Ekpa understands this too. He understands it. He understands it. At the beginning, Simon Ekpa said, I don't want to be anything. I'm not asking to be this. Even Nnamdi Kanu said the same. But Simon Ekpa is the prime minister of this movement in exile. He said he never wanted this. He never wanted that. Even Nnamdi Kanu said the same. You need to understand how things work. Look at certain freedom fighters that became presidents of their country. At the beginning, they said they were not. Then they became. Many of them became president and they passed away as president. They are not willing to leave that seat. They were freedom fighters. So it is important that we look into all of this. So on this matter, Simon Ekpa's lawyer said he is on top of the matter. And he has decided to give updates as regards the trial. Meanwhile, a few days ago, authorities of Finland shook hand inside the matter, sort of. They said, look, we are going to take more action on this matter. Now, Simon Ekpa has mixed children. He used to be married to a Finnish woman, and they have one child that you will often see him post on social media. And of course, you have to speak the language for you to be a citizen in Finland. And Simon Ekpa has also created a niche for himself in the Finnish politics. In fact, he even served as a trustee, not really a trustee, but part of the public transport board. And it's a serious issue. Other people were also arrested alongside Simon Ekpa, alleged terrorism activities, and they have freezed their assets And this is definitely going to affect them. They said they should explain where all of this donation is coming from and what it is for. Now, there is one thing that I've observed about these countries. They're always careful about donation and how it links to things that they believe is counterproductive, such as terrorism. And they have seen videos and pictures on Simon Ekpa's page where armed men are then talked and then showcased themselves. And, the thing is that there are Igbos who are not comfortable with Simon Ekpa's. These people are benefiting from the Nigerian government. So they don't like Simon Ekpa's thing. And some of them have their own divergent views too. That's the thing. Simon Ekpa is going to court. And I don't know if other charges will be amended as it is. It's a serious issue. The thing is that the government of Nigeria, they are seeking for ways to get Simon Ekpa into Nigeria. They said that Simon Ekpa is counterproductive to the Finnish government if kept in prison. And I think that's what the lawyer of Simon Ekpa will be pushing and pressing for, like I said previously, that he will be asking for Simon Ekpa. If Simon Ekpa is even charged and finally sentenced, Simon Ekpa should be in the Finnish prison. So as if the Finnish prison is a place where you will be too comfortable. But maybe Simon Ekpa will stand no chance in the Nigerian prison. That's the thing. The Nigerian government will hold on to the sentence of the Finnish government. And once you are sentenced, Simon Ekpa will be stripped of his citizenship, because that is the journey. That is what this thing is. Once you are charged for terrorism, they cannot keep you in that country. So I need you to understand the complexity. So it is more of a prayer, unless people have passed away due to Simon Ekpa's influence, directly or indirectly. Let us even say the direct. If people have passed away, lost their lives, then it's going to be a complex thing. Once you are charged for terrorism, Simon Ekpa was not born in Finland. And even if you are born in Finland, although different countries with their rules, once you have a second citizenship, they will kick you out of that country and tell you, hey, go claim your second citizenship. We don't want you. It has happened in the UK. There was this lady, young girl, that left the UK. She has a Arabic heritage. Her parents, I think from Iran or Iraq or Tunisia or Togo, one of those countries. So she, being a British citizen, born in the UK, she had left and went to one of those Arab countries during the Arab uprising, the fight, and Iran, Iraq, whatever. She went there, and when she got there, she stayed in there. She even had a child for them there. When things became sour, I mean, things just didn't work as expected. I think maybe her spouse was taken out, or the military had broken into their guerrilla or whatever they attacked to be. This Islamic extremist movement like the Boko Haram we have, once they broke into them, she had no other thing to do than to pack her bags, and she wanted to come into the UK. The UK already kept information about her. They didn't allow her. They said, you will be going to court. They went into all the matter and they said, listen, you'll be stripped of your citizenship. Go and claim your mother's citizenship, because the law is that you cannot be left stateless. Now that Simon Ekpa has destroyed the Nigerian passport, to them, as long as Nigeria still exists, Simon Ekpa is still a Nigerian. If you say you are no longer a citizen of a country, you cannot be stateless, meaning you cannot exist without being a citizen of a country. That's how, and this is the complexity of it. It will be difficult for them to keep Simon Ekpa. Once they can tie this terrorism financing, directly or indirectly, or activities on Simon Ekpa, his citizenship will be stripped. And the woman that would have been with him, I mean his wife, or the mother of his child, they are not together anymore. Even though she cannot fight to keep him. Like, the country will have to say, look, first we have to look at the safety of our country, even though the activities of Simon Ekpa is not directly here, but it's done as a proxy. We cannot keep him here. So these are the things the lawyers will be arguing. The lawyers of Simon Ekpa will be arguing this, like, the activities of Simon Ekpa has not hurt Finland. Finland, please show evidence of the activities of Simon Ekpa, directly or indirectly, in this alleged terrorism that proves and shows that being here will hurt Finnish citizens. So these are some of the things that I think the lawyer of Simon Ekpa will be looking into. I hope they are looking into that. They should be looking into that. Like, the activities of Simon Ekpa is not hurting you here. It's hurting the Nigerian. Then the argument will now be, oh, if it is hurting the Nigerian government, he should go back to Nigeria, since the record shows that he is a Nigerian. Even if he says he's no longer in Nigeria, what country does it belong to? Biafra. What is Biafra? Where is Biafra? It's going to be a technical issue. It's going to be a technical issue. It's a serious matter. It's a terrible matter. So, well, the Mr. Kopra, that's Simon Ekpa's lawyer, said it is true that Simon Ekpa is in prison, but he said the decision of the Finnish court of law is to put Simon Ekpa in prison. Lawyer Kopra said that they don't know how long Simon Ekpa will be in prison, but let us wait for the trial. That's just it. So it's going to be a serious issue. So I've spoken about the extradition of Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, and we all know that there is no obligation to surrender any criminal, that is if he has been sentenced to another nation, to Nigeria. They don't have that obligation to surrender. There is no agreement. But right now, we are hearing that certain persons, some Igbo governors and certain people, they have gone to shake hands with the Finnish Prime Minister, saying thank you. We are expecting Simon Ekpa, to be locked down and shut down. We are expecting him to be sent to us. Even the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, accused Finland government back then, claiming that they had given Simon Ekpa safe haven, that Simon Ekpa has been counterproductive to the Nigerian government, and that they are wondering why they are keeping him there. So they didn't act at the beginning. They kept quiet. They tried to investigate. They tried to see what and all of that. They did try to see, to investigate Simon Ekpa's matter. They just didn't jump, and they did their own investigation. At that period, at that time, I was hoping and I was wishing that Simon Ekpa will be very careful about certain things, knowing fully that that place that you are in is your safe haven. No one messes with your safe haven. No one cheats inside of his home. You have to be careful. And I think Simon Ekpa made a mistake by not engaging with a lawyer that will advise him on how to go about whatever he is doing in Finland, at least for his own personal protection. I think that's where he made a mistake. We heard that his former wife is a legal practitioner, and Simon Ekpa had done some internship, like sit down to understand one or two laws, in that country. And it is what it is anyway. And it is what it is. So I think these are some of the things that are working against Simon Ekpa as I speak. But we'll wait till next year. I think they said his case will be coming up sometimes May or April. January, February, March, April, May, during that period. Because you cannot hold people more than a certain period. They said his case will be looked into. And for them to have used a certain law in Finland, and they said if someone is of interest, such as Simon Ekpa, as per the kind of crime that they are alleging that he committed, they said they cannot allow him out. It's a serious issue. It's a very serious issue. The secretary to the Biafra government in exile, she's standing strong and she's saying what she's saying. And I'm also thinking somehow that from the look of things, if they can build up a case against her, what she has done is not a crime yet. Declaring Biafra is not a crime. And I think she too will be smart to look into whatever activities that she's into, because they are looking for something to hold on to her also, to grab her. And if they do, it's going to be a terrible thing. I am not in support of anyone trying to take the life of someone else because they are not aligning or interested in what you stand for. I am not in support of that. Not at all.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.